Welcome to the part 3 of Ishwar, God, Ishta. Hope you liked the first 2 parts. As by touching your finger, you are touched, yet you are not the finger. By touching your clothes you are touched, and yet you are not the clothes. As your part is you, so is your whole. Being one, he is many, and being many, he is one. This is his Leela. He is in his fullness in a grain of sand, likewise he is in his fullness in man. He is in his fullness in entirety, the absolute fullness. Where there is Buddhahood, mercy is possible even from the state of salvation. No matter how much heat you take from fire, there is no diminishing in its burning capacity. God, whom you understand as being complete, there is nothing to be unhappy. In the realm of God, whom you consider complete, there is no question of anyone being unhappy. He is sovereign and free. The meaning of Pranav, Om, is Akshar Brahman. This indestructible principle, which never decays, is there in all the letters of the alphabet. That is why it is called Shabda Brahman, the sound form of the ultimate reality. He is the ultimate father, ultimate mother, ultimate brother, friend and husband, all in one. All names and all forms are his. He is nameless and formless as well. Therefore, the way in which his constant remembrance with heart and soul results in peace, should be tried. All are God's children. There is no question of high and low. He extends his hand towards anyone who wants his lap. It is God's nature to keep the door always open. If the amount of time and energy that are engaged in mundane work is given for him, then the way to know the self opens up on its own. Just as the cow cleans up her calf by it licking it and takes all the filth on herself, similarly God also takes over all the vices of his children and makes them pure and sacred. Keeping God in mind, service should be done without expectation. Whatever God does is for the good. It is difficult for men to understand this. That is why if one's desires are not fulfilled, the result is unhappiness. Many a time hindrance and obstacles come in the way of honest desire and auspicious act. Nevertheless, it should be remembered that through what he is letting me in is beyond my knowledge. He is kind and merciful, and at all times is bestowing mercy on me. God is perfect. Come to him for the light of that perfection. Worldly unhappiness is in the feeling of absence of God. Where there is revelation of God there is no duality and no unhappiness. If you see stone there is no vigraha, the special image of God as stonecraft, and if you see vigraha there is no stone. God is there when you think the image as God. They say that everything is an image of God. If it is said to be God's image, it is worthwhile to make an effort to visualize him. The intelligence engaged in mundane objective happiness is subject to changes, not its changeless form, but in transient form. But when there is revelation of God only, there arises no question of impermanence. In your outlook towards creation there is no permanence. Because it changes, that is why it is called mundane thoughts. Can there be revelation in mundane thought? It is destruction. Where there is destruction there is no self-illumination. Where is the self? Their destruction is not eliminated. Destruction needs to be destroyed. As long as there is I and mine, there is no feeling of God. If one is able to love God there is no sorrow. Even the feeling of separation from him is happiness. If he is loved, then only one can feel his separation. What is viraha? In whom God exists in a special way only he can feel the separation.